morning, and thank you for joining us here at Rogers Gardens for the second in our series, Gardening 101, Gardening for the Beginner. We're here to answer questions that you may never have thought of asking, or ones that you were afraid to ask anyone. This morning we're going to talk about planting a plant into a pot. Some plants have short root systems, as are most succulents. They are a soft stem plant and they have short root systems. They can be put into a shallow pot. Here we have a plant with more of a woody stem, and you can tell it's a woody stem by if you snap it, it's going to snap off, it'll break. And this type of plant, this lavender for instance, has a much deeper root system, and so I would put it into a deeper pot. So there are several ingredients we will need besides the plant and the pot in order to plant our plant and make it grow successfully. One of them would be the soil for cactus and succulents. We have a special soil for cactus and succulents. For all other plants, pretty much, we have our premium potting soil, and I'm going to use that to plant the lavender this morning. That will suit it fine. Another ingredient that we will be needing will be fertilizer. We will need a screen to put in the bottom of the pot, and we will need a shovel because it saves our hands, and we will need pot feet. I'll show you how all of these go together right now. First thing I do is I place a screen in the bottom of the pot. It's called Stopper Keeper. I put it in the bottom because it keeps the soil from falling out when I water the plant, and it keeps the bugs from crawling in and eating the roots. The second thing I do, pour soil in the bottom, just a bit, and then I'm going to check. And what I'm checking for is the height of the plant. The plant is in its grower's pot, in this case, about the height that I want the shoulder of the pot to be in relation to the height of the root ball, the top of the root ball. So if I set this down in here, the top of the root ball is just a bit low, so I'm going to add a little more. I'll add some, and then I thump the pot, tamp it down just a bit, get it a little bit firm, not too tight, and then now we're at the right level. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to remove the plant from the pot. In order to do this, and you need to be careful because you don't want the plant to have broken roots or stems in this process. So I turn it on its side and I look at the bottom. Sometimes there are roots here which I would need to remove. In this case there are not. So I give it a little push, usually that works. Now look here, we have roots at the bottom have created quite a mass. So what I'm going to do is I am going to remove quite a few of these so that they don't continue to circle and they grow out away from the center of the root ball, and it creates a nice root system within the pot. The reason I do not bring the plant up to the height of the pot is because I want to allow for watering. If I have the plant up here and water, then all the soil is going to wash over the side. If I put the plant a little bit low, then I have room to put water in the pot, it'll sink down into the root zone and not wash all your soil out the top. So this is just about right. I'm snugging it down, and the next thing to do is to add soil around the side, which I will do here. I'll do a little bit and all the way around. So I'm going to continue, and I'm going to put soil all the way around the plant so that it is nicely firmed in. I'm going to tamp it down with my fingers as I go. The reason I tamp it down is because I don't want air pockets around the roots. Any root that's dangling out in an air pocket instead of resting against soil doesn't get nutrients or moisture. The next thing to do then is to add the fertilizer around the base of the plant and then water it in. No plant can live without water. So you water carefully all the way around. I go like a snail shell from the outside in a circle to the inside, and that allows for the water. You're sure that the water is going to go everywhere in the pot and get all the soil and the roots moist. One last piece of the equation would be the pot feet. We put those underneath the pot in order to increase air circulation under the pot and water flow out of the pot so that the roots do not become saturated with moisture. The very last step in this whole thing is to dust it off and appreciate what a beautiful job you've done and watch your plant grow. Thank you for joining us this morning at Rogers Gardens in Corona Del Mar. We look forward to seeing you at Gardening 101 Stage 3.